Hi guys, good morning to you once again. Today is the 2nd of March 2026. Crazy Global Market Talk with KEL. Crazy anytime, anywhere. So let me do some adjustment. I need to do something here. Just give me a minute. Okay. Video setting. Okay. All right. So the thing is this. Okay. We have a great morning today as gold gap up as we expected. It did not cross 5,400. It went up to 5,380. Then it pulled back and down. It went all the way up again. And then now it pulled back all the way down. It's crazy volatility in the morning. And I hope that you guys have benefited from it yourself. Okay. This is most important. Yeah. Okay. So that is the front part of it. Now remember, on the 22nd of February, that was around about 10 days ago, I informed everybody that gold will hit 5,385 and gold really traded that. So on that day itself, many people think that I was crazy. They tell me that KEL, it's impossible for gold to hit 5,385 because they think that now it's 5,200 is very expensive, and people think that there is no way it will go there. So now we have it. I wonder what will they say next. Okay, so I'll tell you more about this later on. And of course, the more important thing is this today, disclaimer applied usual, because today I got something very important to share with all of you. It's very important, and I want to share it with you. Yeah. So please stay tuned, get pen and paper somewhere, or take a camera, stand by. There's lots of things to share with you. Okay, let's go. Now, first of all, let's go to the fundamental of the market first. Okay, so undeniable, the reason why the market is so crazy this morning, if you didn't notice this, it was because that the Iran, this leader, he is out. Okay, so you notice that something very interesting here. President George Bush, the last president, he took out Saddam Hussein, all right, through his son. Then after that itself, Obama took out who? Yes, took out this the Al Qaeda leader. All right, sorry, just lost. What's his name again? I guess just I just can't remember. And then after that, Biden took out this the other guy who put into jail. Yeah, Osama. Thank you very much. Yes, so they just put that. So now our Donald Trump took out this guy. So it seems that every president, especially during their midterm election, they will do something very similar. So that is the reason why I was so kind of positive in a way that Donald Trump will do something very soon. And we'll talk about that later on. And of course, crude oil price, as expected, went up by 8% this morning. We took some profit at $71 and $72. Congratulations for those that followed through. And of course, we all know that the market dropped quite a fair bit this morning. We also booked our profit. So it was a very good day for all of us. But the thing is this, were there any signs of this happening? Of course there were. Okay, of course there were. I'll talk about that in a chart form later. Okay, so put this all away. Now let's hope one thing for sure is that really now this Operation Epic Fury, right, is the one that they use as a code for this exercise. I mean, let's hope that this Khamenei, all right, how to pronounce this? Okay, is really taken out, because there is no really confirmation that they saw. Apparently, it was the Israeli government and the US who claims that they saw the guy, out. But the problem is that the body itself, right, they only claim. So the difference is that Obama back then, his one was he basically took an Osama and threw it in the sea. Okay, and then that's any. So now this guy, they say they saw it, but no one can confirm. So let's hope that it stays there. Because if this guy come out from nowhere and say that is my decoy, oh my goodness, that's going to be a great slap in the face, and things will get very crazy. So let's hope that it stays this way. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I want to comment further. It's going to go to politics. Now the thing is this: I want to talk about crude oil. Okay. I want to talk about crude oil. Now crude oil, I have shared this with you guys. It could be the last and very important commodity that will be going to a new high level. Okay. I believe that the crude oil may be going towards the high again. Now, let me explain to you why. Okay, so if you remember, let's bring it up to time. Okay, Now, crude oil back in year 2000, okay, that was where we have COVID, and then COVID brought crude oil all the way down to apparently zero. Remember? Okay, so remember that? Zero, yeah? Then after that, from zero, went all the way up to the sky to about 130. Okay, so that is the epic run of US crude oil for the last 10 years. Okay, okay. Okay, I allow you to do that. Recording. Someone wants to record on the side, no problem. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, so with that as an understanding, okay, now we do a simple, very simple Fibonacci here. Okay, retracement. We take the lowest point and we drag to the highest point. And you can see my point right now. Okay, so I clear my screen a little bit. Just give me a moment. Okay, clear. Okay, so everybody take a look once again. So this is zero. This is about 130. Okay, and you notice that the 50% mark is here. Yeah. Okay, so from point A to point B, we pull back down to 50%. That is a typical bull market correctional move. Then it went below 50%, but did not trade 61.8. And then you can notice that there's a very strong base. There's a very strong base at around this area. Okay. So now everyone take a look at this number here, and that is about $80. Okay. So I'm going to give a very strong call here. Is that if crude oil, for whatever reason, breaks above $80, crude oil is going to march towards the $100 mark. Okay, so this is my very bold prediction here. If crude oil do break above the $80 mark, we are most likely going to see it going up all the way to the $100 mark. All right, Jimmy, you posted something about this one is to get real-time notes. Yeah, okay, maybe Disha can also take a look and try it out, see how it works. Okay, so that is my first point. Now, what made me so strong confident in this? Because if you look at the trend, this is the trend, downtrend, okay, of the crude oil. And you can see we have a very strong breakout at the 50 percentile level. So when the crude oil was at $62, $64, I keep on asking you guys, if you can, if you don't mind, buy some crude oil. And apparently is rewarding now. And also, I said before that the inflation curve you always see is copper will go first, then followed by gold. The third one will always be crude oil. Okay, and if you notice this, crude oil always go on two reasons. One is the economy doing very, very well, which we don't really see that in US. The second reason is always due to the dollar depreciation, which is created by the Federal Reserve or because of the economy crisis. Now, in this case right now, it's very clear that Donald Trump needs to create some form of crisis to basically, leverage and take away everybody focus on the Epstein file. So that's why when you can see very clearly that when he's really pushed one corner on the Epstein file, he decided against the Congress. Now, one thing to note, fortunately, he took out the leader of Iran. But the problem is not going to face back in US is that the Congress will go after him. Because as a president, he cannot go for a war without the Congress. And in fact, this morning, the French president was very pissed off with this whole thing because the whole operation was done without the consent, without telling anybody. Okay, it's not how an ally works. Okay, and of course, China now is kind of pissed off because apparently it's out that there was this ongoing viral videos that says that China expect US not to attack Iran because it's like, China and Iran got a little bit of connection here and there, business or whatever. So because of that, it's now right, this slap in the face is going to hit and this is going to ripple across the board. All right. So that going to make the next thing to come in is that the Greenland issue now, So Donald Trump is literally going to countries and go and attack for a lot of things. And of course, one of the resources for Iran definitely will be oil. Okay. So all these things all in the pipeline itself, in my opinion, if crude oil do go past $80, okay, you should be able to see this happening. All right. So of course, if crude oil goes up, then what happens next? Definitely the Federal Reserve will have an issue now. And of course, we all know that Jerome Powell is in no position to do anything. The reason why he did not cut interest rate is the very reason because of inflation. All right. So the crazy part is this: if crude oil goes up, okay, and inflation starts to creep up again, then it's going to hit the world economy get hit again. So it's literally like telling the whole world, look, if the Federal Reserve doesn't want to budge, okay, then they force the Federal Reserve to budge. Meaning, if the whole world economy is into trouble, then the Federal Reserve really need to cut interest rate, because you can't realize that the current Fed chief Jerome Powell is not moving, and his next coming guy, he is like there but not there. So in my view itself is that it could be a very strategic move to force the Federal Reserve to cut interest rate in the later part through something what we consider as a pullback. And you should know that the midterm election is coming out end of the year. So I said this before in how US always play this game, is that they would like to make some of the hip superhero. So I felt that it's like a script writing, is that they want the market to come down, forcing the hand of the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates, to pump in the billions of dollars into the market, and then push the market up again. So in my view is this. That's why today's meeting is very important. If you ask me, my view here now is this. Yeah, everyone take a look. My view, okay, it's my view, it's not anybody's view, it's just my personal view. I felt that they will purposely want to drag the market down, then hover it, okay, before sending it to the sky again to basically for the for the midterm election to go through. Yeah. So this is my personal view that likely might be happening, all right, in the next few months. Okay. So I don't know. I'm not a forecaster in that way, but at least I'm going to share with you my view here. So end of the day, you decide. Okay. All right. So that is my reason why I want to come in for today for this part. Let's go down to the technical view on the chart side. Okay. All right. Let's go into our this. Okay. Wait a minute. Stop moving. Hold on. All right, while we're waiting for the technical side to repair itself, now how many of you actually buy my view? That means that you also agree. If you agree, put the word agree. If you think that you don't think so, put that disagree. It's okay. I just want to have a feel here itself while we're waiting for the chart to pop up. Apparently, it's not popping up as we want it to happen. Yeah, the PowerPoint is working, but just that the chart is not coming in. Not too sure why. My Wi-Fi is okay. Let me just close the screen. Okay. Seems I think my thing is hang over here. Okay. So let's just take a look at the chart right now. I don't think I may move to down because my chart looks hang here. Not too sure why it's hang. Okay. Now this morning we saw gold at 52.79 as opening price. Okay. So this opening price itself, we all know that it may not be that real, because we know that gold actually open up a bit higher. So if we open and it just shoot up, there's no way you can catch it. Okay. And the first minute, the market, we couldn't trade. Okay. So the thing is this right now, take note that my screen has jammed. All right. Okay. It's moving, but the time is moving over here, but the price not moving. Okay. Now, this morning, 5385 was here, and you notice that it was blue in color, right? For those who don't believe me, you can take a look at the morning chart that we screenshot to all of you. It was blue in color. Now, why is it purple? Some people ask me, because the market has triggered the 5385. Okay, so once the market triggered 5385, the color will from blue turn to purple to tell you that 5385 has been exercised. Okay, that's the first thing. Yeah. Second, this morning, if you notice this, my friend, this morning, how many of you noticed that the KS, oh dear. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? I think I was knocked off. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. All right. This morning, right, if you all notice this, the KSI was actually red in color when the market was actually shooting up. So that also tells you that the boys are selling into strength in the morning. Okay. So that is whereby you can see while the price was surging higher and higher, you notice that my KSI turned red in color. So that's why I tell you guys our KSI and our this price action is totally all right. They don't care about each other. They don't follow each other. They are standalone. Okay, very very individual two indicator. Okay, so that's why when it hit 5385, we took our profit and we stayed up. And for those who joined the elite program, for those who joined the in Vietnam, and those who joined the PTP program in Singapore, you should know that when you go to the KCB level, you need to watch the market, and then indeed it really happened. Okay, so now my screen is not moving. I really don't know why. My internet is right in front of me. Okay, so anyway, if gold price breaks below OP, there should be some selling. All right, we don't know how much would that be, but it's all possible. Who knows? When go all the way to MLP, we don't know that, yeah. But still, the market is still bullish. It's still above the MA 30, and everything is still intact. Okay, everything is still intact. So I'm not half surprised. The market will still go for this number, which is about 5445, if you're not wrong. I'm not too sure if I'm correct because I cannot see my screen right now. As in, my screen is not moving. It's not giving me numbers. All right, so most likely this is going to be the last part of the sharing session here. I can't touch my thing here. Not too sure why. Okay, so guys, for crude oil, for gold, the target is already done at 5385. Take a break, relax a little bit. Then if you still want to buy gold from the bottom itself, right, follow the CCRY rule. But because the market hit all the OP to KTR +3, it has also hit the KCB. I think today for buying, you just go small. All right, if you're going to buy above OP, then you're going to sell below OP, you can do that, but just take profit along the way. Because as I say again, the Iranian side itself, likely they will not stop here. There should be a little bit of rebellious attack on US as usual, and then that will probably end it off after that. Okay, so sorry guys, I wish to continue, but I just cannot check my screen. My screen is totally hanged. So we're ending off today. Any more updates, we'll put it through Telegram to all of you. All right, thank you so much, guys, for coming in. Remember, crude oil, my target, and what I foresee for the US market for the next 6 to 8 months' time. Thank you very much. Take care. This is Hal signing off. Bye-bye.